Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of StarCraft, where I walk you through the missions and how to get the achievements. This mission we're going to do is Welcome to the Jungle, and those achievements are Welcome to the Jungle, complete all mission objectives, which those objectives are gather 7 terrazine containers, the protoss can't seal 7 altars, and find 3 protoss researches. Appetite for Destruction. Don't let Protoss kill 1 SCV on normal. It's so easy. Prevent Protoss from capping an altar on hard. This one is pretty interesting because it does introduce the Goliaths, which are supposed to be your bread and butter for this mission, but I found it was easier to run with Marines, like a Marine medic unit type. So I'd suggest, running with the Marine medic build rather than the Goliaths, because they tend to be kind of squishy and die to the Protoss pretty easy. So it's just a heavy resource investment if you do it that way. The other thing is, on this one, don't start trying to harvest any of the gas until you've pretty much explored most of the map with your units clearing out the station troops and stopping the patrols that will try to seal off the altars. So yeah, like I said, this one is pretty interesting because all you have to do is just prevent them from sealing anything and don't let your SCVs die, which you'll see later on I accidentally did because I just wasn't paying attention, and then lo and behold I see, oh, my troops are under attack. So I go down to look at it and I just watch my SCV get killed, and I was like, oh, oops. So yeah, don't do that. But yeah, this mission, like I said, is pretty interesting because all you have to do is build your force up, make them very mobile, and then just kind of move between the altars, clearing out the units, and there is a specific order to which you should clear, but I don't usually pay attention to that because that takes remembering things, and I don't remember things too well. If you have access to the what are they called? Marauders, that's it. My mind works. Shush. If you have access to Marauders, I'd suggest using them. If not, it's not a deal breaker, just don't worry about it. And you can make Goliaths, just keep them behind your Marines, because like I said, they are very squishy when around the Protoss, because unless you have the science vessel, you don't have a way to readily heal your Goliaths. And I know a lot of people would say, well, you can use the SCV, but it's not as easy as you'd think to heal your Goliaths with SCVs while everything else is attacking. Because, I mean, SCVs, all it's going to do is change its mind on what it's targeting for like a second, and your SCV's dead. Plus, you're trying not to lose any SCVs on this mission because of the achievement. So, like I said, I would not go with the Goliaths just because of how squishy they are and the ability to repair them. Now, if you have, like I said, if you have access to science vessels, you might be able to get away with it. Even then, I'd probably be a little bit adverse to it, because again, that is a heavy investment of resources. Now, on the other thing, you're going to need is you are going to need your upgrades, your infantry upgrades, because like I said, you're going to be doing a marine slash marauders if you have them build. So if you have them, do that. If not, do just marines and focus on your upgrades. Yeah, I'd suggest sending one marine to go grab that, because if you send the group, you'll pull what's on the other side of that research relic. And make sure you keep up with your supply and don't get supply capped like I do every mission. Also, I'd suggest every time they start sealing an altar, after you stop them from sealing an altar, bring your troops back to the base, because they're going to send out a assault wave after your base after each sealing attempt. Now this one, after this sealing attempt, you're going to come down and go to the bottom right altars, because that's where the next ones are going to be, and you're going to want to clean them out before they start sealing, because there is not a heavy resistance there, but there is quite a bit of resistance in that area. So yeah, just move along this path right here and push in, and basically what you're trying to do is clear all this out so when they start sealing, you don't have to deal with them and the patrol that goes with them to seal the altars. And as you can see, that void ray is a pain in the butt if you had to deal with the patrol and it. Just every time after you clear, kind of make a patrol back to your base. This way you'll catch any protoss assaults that come towards your base, or you'll be on your way back to the base to stop them. Or you can make probably a couple of bunkers and then put them on defense. But like I said, you'd probably have to assign SCVs to repair them, and if the protoss see the SCVs trying to repair the bunker, they're going to target your SCV, and you'll probably lose the SCV, so that's not a good idea either. And there they are, they're trying to seal that thing, and now that you've cleared out all that standing troops, whatever you want to call them, now that you've cleared all that out, you can go over there and whop them up for trying to seal your altar away. Whop them up. Yes, that's a word. Shush. Also, a good rule of thumb for Marines, before you send them out, hit stem, so this way they can have that boost, and the medics can already work on healing them up for when they actually engage. Because I believe stem lasts for, I think, 10 seconds? I'm not quite sure on that time, the duration of it. And yeah, you can build these missile turrets right here, because there will be a heavy air assault coming in later. And as you can see, when I came back, I kind of hugged that cliff because I was trying to bait those 2 void rays that protect the nexus that's up there, because it's a pain in the butt to clear out, and especially if you have to go deal with the void rays plus it. because the way the void rays, excuse me, I can't talk today, work is the longer they deal damage to something, the more damage they do. So it's very hurtful if you can't target them and they're sitting there trying to destroy, if they're in a group trying to target your units. So, but yeah, as they sit there and deal damage, their damage over time goes up. So it's one of those things, like, if you can target them down, even better. If you can get them off by themselves, which is what I did with that hugging that cliff, that was the better thing. So and now I'm just trying to clear paths, so this way when they do start assaulting my base, I can actually go through and take them out. Yeah, I didn't get both of them this time. Usually when you start attacking one, if you pull it away from the cliff, the other one will come with it, so. And yes, make sure you pull your entire force to fight them and not just shoot at the nexus point. Because the more firepower, the better. Which, you can come up from the bottom and clear that base out, or you can come in from the top. I'd suggest coming up from the bottom, because this way you won't have to have troops coming in from the bottom instead of just the top. So, yeah. That's why I said just go from the bottom. This way the troops that you're spawning will come in behind your units instead of trying to draw them off in a different direction. Also, when you stem, you probably don't want to engage then stem, because for one, it takes up a lot of your medic's healing resources. For two, it basically weakens your units, especially if they have colossi or ultralisks or something that does like AoE damage. So it makes it really easy to lose a lot of Marines. So yeah, stem, then engage, and make sure your medics have, I'd say, about 1 to 2 seconds before engaging, so this way they can heal up for them, and they're not trying to heal your stemmed units while you're engaging in a real combat, you know? And there's the second research. On this one, you are going to have to do macro just a little bit, because you can sit there and just have everybody hide on one SCV, but it's not, I wouldn't say economical, but not time-wise, it's not fun, or, well, I guess it'd be fun either way, but well, it all depends. If you play it safe, just have your entire army follow one SCV, then you can do it that way. Or you can have 2 SCVs harvesting at once, with half your force on one and half your force on the other. Also, a good thing to do is, if you aren't sure when you'll need to head back to your base, build a couple of those scanner towers around the map, so this way you can see if something starts assaulting, if an assault is heading your way, or if it's like a patrol going down to seal an altar, so this way you can be ready for that. Alright. And yeah, like I said, all you gotta do is just kind of go around and keep them from sealing the altars. The probes are trying to kill my expansion. And if you need to, when you're heading over to stop them from sealing a altar, if you're caught out of place and too far away, what you can do is when you're sending your troops over that way, make sure they're targeting the probe first before they start engaging the other units. Which you'll probably wind up losing a couple more units that way, but at least this way you'll play it safe and they won't seal the altar while you're trying to destroy the patrol. Yeah, it's probably best if you just did one altar at a time, but like I said, I was impatient, so I was trying to get everything done as fast as possible. So yeah, I do one altar at a time, in hindsight. Like I said, this is how my achievement videos go. It's how they do it, how I do it, and how it should be done. But yeah, see, like this one, it has such a short amount of time left on it. I had to go in and kill the probe first. And if you're feeling in a bully mood, you can go and push into the protoss base that's up there, but I wouldn't do it, just because it's a waste of resources. I mean, this isn't a clear mission, it's a get it and get out mission, you know? Again, don't stim in combat, you'll lose a lot of units. Man, they sent a crap ton at me. You think I was like stealing the breath of their god or something? Oh, wait. Good rule of thumb is to stack your units on top of your SCV. Don't ever leave your SCV running off by itself, like I'm doing. I learned this in later missions like this because flying units can come over the top of those altars and blow up your SCV or drone or whatever you have harvesting the material at the time. So that's why I'm like, stack up on the SCV. This way, if something does come around that corner, it's going to engage your troops before it engages your SCV. There you go, guys. That's how to get the achievements for this mission. I hope y'all liked it. Give me a like, share, and, tell your friends.